Assistant Coach Jeff Moore, the Northwestern Demon basketball team. The Demons on Saturday night went to Texas Arlington and gave the undefeated Mavericks quite a scare, quite a battle. Final score 79-70. UTA remained undefeated, but certainly the Demons might have beaten anybody else in the league with the performance they put forth Saturday night.
I tell you, we really looked good as a group for about 30 minutes, and we just had some breakdowns defensively, getting beat off the dribble and then rebounding that just kind of told the tale of why we kind of lost some momentum and got behind and fought hard. Very proud of the guys. I mean, they fought hard in the game, and it was just it was a great environment, kind of a tournament time environment. So that was really good that our guys got that experience. But like I said, we were proud of the effort.
Now you come into your last two games of the season without the pressure of having to win to qualify for the tournament. The conference office has confirmed the Demons are already in the Southland Conference tournament next week. But certainly you want to get some positive things accomplished this week at home against Nichols on Wednesday and then at Stephen F. Austin on Saturday, two teams that are playing very well right now.
Both of them are playing very well. We've got to get some momentum going. We can't wait till tournament time to really get the tone going defensively and getting our offense more crisp. And like I said, we've got to work this week to get better for this week, but also going into the tournament.
All right, Nichols Wednesday night in Prather Coliseum, the last home game of the year for the Demons. A Nichols team that had a big lead on you in Thibodaux. The Demons came back and won the game in Stouffer Gym. Talk about that matchup.
We were down 19, battled back, just kept, the effort was there, kept grinding it out. And we can't dig ourselves a hole. We've got to come out ready to play from the start. We've got to really contest shots and rebound. Nichols has shot the ball really well, did in their last game against McNeese State. And we've got to guard better, and obviously we've got to get the ball inside, and that's where we hurt them down the stretch and were able to make that run. We really pounded the ball inside and got not just post touches, but points in the paint from our guards driving as well.
Wednesday night, the last home game of the year, the last home game for two seniors. Let's talk about Lewis Ellis first and foremost.
Lewis has been just a great team guy. He's a Demon, full-blooded Demon. It's just going to mean a lot for those guys the last time they put that uniform on at home to go out with a win. And I think that's important for those guys.
William Mosley just moved into fifth place now, where we thought he could get, and he has gotten, and what a magnificent achievement on the NCAA career block shots list, ahead of Alonzo Mourning, behind Tim Duncan. He still has an opportunity, if the Demons can advance through the conference tournament, to pass Tim Duncan and end up fourth in NCAA history, or maybe even higher. But fifth in NCAA history in career blocks just tells part of the story. It's the biggest headline, but talk about William Mosley as a Demon basketball player.
Graduating at Christmas this year and just the man he's become in our program. William's just so pleasant to be around. He's kind of a silent leader. But I mean, the accomplishments he's made, we need to have some accomplishments as a team down the stretch. I think he needs to leave not just a legacy for individual accomplishments, but a legacy of team accomplishments.
What will it take for that success down the stretch for the Demons?
We've got to defend. Obviously you got to make shots, but I think we've got to defend and we've got to play at our pace. When the Demons were out pressing and creating a faster pace, which isn't always pretty, we play better. So we've got to get an up-tempo game. Both Nichols and Stephen F. Austin will try and grind it down, and in all the years in the past, the team that gets it sped up the most, if we can get it faster paced, we're usually more successful. If they can slow it down, then they're successful.
Coach Jennifer Graff coming off a big win Saturday at home against Texas Arlington. Definitely has to feel like the ST plunge. A lot of good feelings coming out of that game.
Well, just to be honest, it was good to finally see the girls smiling. Halfway through the second half, we played really well for the game, for sure, and we were able to knock down a lot of open shots. And you finally, like I said, about halfway through the second half, you finally saw them smile and say, okay, I think we're playing really well here. We need to keep this going. And they were just enjoying themselves, which makes things a lot easier when you're having fun, as opposed to pressing so hard and just trying so hard, which is obviously where we'd been at. And like I said, it was just good to see them smile. We played really well, and I was able to get a lot of rotation in there, was able to switch up our defenses a lot, where we could kind of capitalize on some things, which is not something we've been able to do against a lot of other teams.
Was the fact that you turned up the pressure and did the rotation what created the success, or was it just good shooting?
Well, I think it was a combination of things. Now, when I say we capitalized on some things we hadn't been able to, when other teams have a rotation inside in their post game, that makes it really difficult for us. Wherein UTA was really guard heavy, just like we are, I guess. With my two subs, they're guards. I don't have a post sub. So when other teams have a post rotation, they really try to capitalize on that for us. UTA necessarily didn't. They had a lot of guards coming in and out of the game, which that helped us out some. So yes, we played really well. We played really hard. I felt like we did a great job on the boards. Take away the first 4 minutes of the game where we gave up 5 offensive rebounds. Outside of that, we did a really good job, and we shot the ball really well, so that helped.
All right, now you've got a positive role going into this week, the last week of the season. A visit to Nichols opens it up on Wednesday night. Talk about that matchup.
Well, there's one thing about this team is they always go in and they fight really hard. And the one thing I heard in the locker room after the game on Saturday, we're all excited about the win, and these kids are in there saying, let's win 3 in a row to finish out this season. We got to get this next one that we want to, and that's all they kept talking about was winning 3 in a row to finish the season. And so, it's a case where we're going in there, we're going to fight hard. The first time we played Nichols, we played really well for half, and then the second half we were kind of playing catch up and made a lot of mistakes. We turned the ball over 25 times against them the first time. Obviously, they're going to have that same type of pressure against us this time. We have to obviously be able to attack that pressure and be able to score off of it as opposed to turning it over, which was the difference in the game the first time.
All right, this week, who has to step up for you to finish successfully?
Well, all 7 of us. You go back and look. Trudy had a great game on Saturday. She played really, really well in almost every aspect of the game, defensively, offensively. She did a lot of things I felt like away from what shows up on a stat sheet. She was setting screens and getting people open and doing a lot of different things. So I think, at this point, they are enjoying it, because we've said, we've laid it out there. We know our situation. We're going to go out there and play hard because we're putting on a uniform for Northwestern State, and we just have to relax. So I think, from top to bottom, we have to be focused on what we need to do, and that's go down to Nichols on Wednesday and beat them.